So if you're in a position where you have experienced something that didn't go your way, or you feel like you're being held back by someone or something because you may not have realised yet, but you have actually made an error in judgment or a lack of understanding for someone's feelings or a situation that you're in. And the last thing that you may want to do is to be honest or admit to your errors. And you may not feel like that you want to do that, but if you take time to understand the problem that you're in and you have some self-discipline or self-will to accept the position that you found yourself in, you are grateful for having the opportunity to own your mistake or your mistakes. Just do what's best for your future or your development or your growth, or maybe do what's best for the other person's feeling towards you. The reason that I'm saying this particularly is because I feel like for me it's most important to do this, more so that I need to be thinking about others more than myself, because I know myself personally can handle a lot of situations that I put myself in, because I know how to get out of them, because I'm able to be present and conscious to the failure that I make. But sometimes that's not always the best thing to do. Sometimes you have to have some self-discipline or will to actually own up to your mistake, to actually approach mistakes that you have brought to people's lives and apologize or have some honesty towards them for the mistake that you have made. Great honesty will always beat a level of arrogance towards something, a situation, something that happened. And if you own your problems or your mistakes, you are far more likely to experience a positive following that than a negative. People aren't gonna hate the person who owns up to their mistakes or their problems if they are genuine about it, if they're honest, and they show it within their mannerisms or their body language or gestures towards the situation in hand. It's very hard to own up to a mistake or a problem that you have made, but it is always the best decision to make. It is always the best thing that you can do to make it a positive scenario, to make it not hold on you or let it stick in your mind in the future. Some people may, I don't know this is true, but for some people, I definitely feel like they go through a situation which was not good and they did not like it. But every day they re-encounter the same memory and they aren't able to let it go, or it's very hard for them. I think I've just turned my mic on, but I'm not sure. I guess I'll find out in about 10 minutes whether this is true or not. I think it's true. If it is, oh well. But problems do not solve themselves. Problems do not find their own solutions. Sometimes you have to be honest. You have to be self-disciplined to find the solution to the problems. And usually, like I have said constantly in this video, you have to own your mistakes. You have to own your problems instead of just letting them slide, letting the problem creep into your life and take over your life. So have some grit, have some real discipline to own your mistake and own the problem that you have been through, and take some accountability, and don't just go through the problem that you have faced. Discipline yourself to be honest to other people, or to be honest to a situation. Be grateful that you found yourself in the position that you were in because you were weak or you failed, and you're sorry for that. But don't just let it hold on you. Don't just let it take over your life. It can take up to 5 minutes to stop it from absorbing your life. But it's what you want to, it's how you want to go about it. Do you want it to take over your life, or do you want to take the 5 minutes to take some accountability of the problem that you know that you did wrong, because your brain is telling you, and that is definitely the best thing to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you have some questions, maybe you have some queries to talk to me about. Remember to message me on Instagram. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out. Gratitude or honesty for failure or error gave a greater value than the arrogance of not owning your problems. I feel like sometimes you go through life and you are just seeing a path that you want to align to, and you never actually stop to be grateful for failures that you experience, or you don't stop to realize that you have made mistakes that you haven't owned up to. And it's very important to not just live life cut. Last year, you didn't want. Sorry, cut. Last year, you didn't have any understanding of yourself. You didn't know your strengths and weaknesses. You wanted to escape your own life in the evenings to be fulfilled and to create a positive future for yourself and others. You need to understand yourself and. Oh my god, I can't even read my own handwriting. Cut. Start again. Last year, you didn't have any understanding of yourself. You didn't know your strengths and weaknesses. You'd want to escape your own life in the evenings to be fulfilled and to create a positive future for yourself and others. You need to understand yourself and why you have the problems you have and why you are in the place you are in. So I journaled about how, looking back on last year, the problems that I encountered and why last year could have been improved, how I could have bettered myself compared to the start of this year, and how different I am compared to the middle or early part of last year. It's a lot.